All right, all right, all right, all right, all right, all right. What's up, everybody? All my people in Manhattan, the Boogie Down Bronx, Queens, all the way out to Staten Island, my home borough, Brooklyn. I know it's been a long while, but we're back out with another video. First of all, I want to say happy Halloween to everybody. Hope you enjoy the holiday. Whatever you do, watch horror movies or go out to a party. I hope you have fun. But today isn't just Halloween. Today also marks the 25th anniversary of the release of the album Stankonia by the legendary hip hop duo OutKast. Of course, Big Boy and Andre 3000. This was their fourth consecutive straight hip hop classic after Southern Playalistic, ATLians, and Aquemini. But Stankonia was a little different. Stankonia was definitely more experimental with different styles and different sounds than the previous three albums. And this album launched OutKast into mainstream hip hop superstardom. Of course, OutKast was known by hip hop fans throughout the 90s, but for people who were casual hip hop listeners or people who weren't even hip hop listeners at all, they became aware of OutKast with this album, Stankonia. You know, thanks to the singles Miss Jackson and B.O.B., but we're going to get into that. Of course, the first single released from Stankonia was B.O.B., stands for Bombs Over Baghdad, which is it's a classic song. You know, definitely faster paced. It's extremely faster paced. The beat is, their flow, their delivery, Andre 3000 Big Boys being, the delivery, their lyrics. It's definitely a faster paced song, you know. Bombs over Baghdad, you know. Of course, it's a very colorful and classic video. The following single released after B.O.B., Bombs Over Baghdad, was probably OutKast's signature song, Miss Jackson. Like, when you think of OutKast, I think this is the song most people think about. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize a trip times. My baby drama, mama don't like me. That's Big Boy's University here, the legendary, iconic video. Big Boy in the Cowboys, Deion Sanders jersey. And Andre 3000 got inspired to write the song after his breakup with Erykah Badu. Okay, his baby mama. And he wrote the song, you know, as an apology to her mother. I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. Ooh, I am for real. And Andre has one of the best verses I've ever heard. You know, his verse. Me and your daughter got something going on. You say it's puppy love. We say it's full grown. Hope that we feel this way forever. You can plan a pretty picnic, but you can't predict the weather. Miss Jackson. I love this verse. One of the best verses I've ever heard from Andre 3000 and hip hop in general. On the Oak Tree, I hope we feel like this forever, 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 ever, forever, ever. Never, never seems that long until you're grown. Of course, we also got to give Big Boy his love. He did his thing on this song as well. And then came the day on Halloween 2000. Stankonia was released in stores and it did very, very well after the two successful singles, Bombs Over Baghdad and Miss Jackson. Of course, there were other classic songs like Gasoline Dreams featuring Cujo Goody, I'll Call Before I Come featuring Echo and Gangsta Boo from 3-6 Mafia, and another song called Humble Mumble featuring Erykah Badu. Humble as a mumble in the jungle of shots and screams. And of course, another iconic OutKast song that came from this album was So Fresh and So Clean. Ain't nobody dope as me, I'm just so fresher. So fresh and so clean. So Lucia's got Gator Belts and Patty Melts and Monte Carlos and El Dorados. Again, probably the three most famous OutKast songs came from this album. So Fresh, So Clean, Miss Jackson, Bombs Over Back. Then, of course, they have other iconic songs we already know. Here's a little snippet from the So Fresh, So Clean video. Legacy and influence of Stankonia. Stankonia has received many accolades and appeared on many magazines' best of lists. In his book, Dirty South, author Ben Westhoff noted that the album appeared on every critical best list worth mentioning. At the 2002 Grammys, OutKast won Best Rap Album for Stankonia, as they should have. It was a great album. And Best Rap Performance by a duo or a group for the song Miss Jackson. Despite OutKast being expected favorites, the Recording Academy instead chose the 2000 soundtrack album Oh Brother, Where Art Thou for Album of the Year. Before the group's nomination, well, it's okay. OutKast ended up winning for Speaker Box Live Below, so it's okay. Before the group's nominations, much of the hip-hop community felt that rappers were not being awarded enough attention from the Recording Academy. However, the album's musical diversity allowed the band to reach a wider audience and was credited for opening the Academy of more hip hop musicians. Absolutely, it was very, very experimental. OutKast acknowledged rave culture as an influence for his album. They were the first ones to do that. Like I said, this out of all their albums, this is definitely the most experimental with different styles. Now, OutKast always experienced with funk and psychedelia and all that type of jazz. Even you hear that a lot on their Equipment album. Hell, ATLian sounds like something out of a sci-fi movie. Stankonia. So OutKast has always been experimental. I think one of their mottos is "Dare to be different." Well, they definitely were. In 2006, Time named Stankonia as one of the 100 best albums of all time. Rolling Stone ranked album number 16 on the magazine's list of the 100 best albums of the 2000s. In 2009, Pitchfork ranked Stankonia number 13 on the list of top 200 albums of the 2000s, and Rhapsody ranked at number 2 on its 100 best albums of the decade list. Rhapsody also ranked album number 6 on his hip hop's best albums of the decade list. Vibe ranked the record at number 23 on its list of the 100 greatest albums from 1985 to 2005. Entertainment Weekly put it on its end of the decade best of list, saying with hummable hits, Miss Jackson, Out There Experiments, Bombs Over Baghdad, the rap dude gave us all a visa to the funky, if fictional land of Stankonia in 2000. Q-list Stankonia is one of the 50 best albums of 2001. The album was also included in the book of 1001 albums you must hear before you die. In 2024, Pace Magazine ranked Stankonia number 6 on it as the greatest album of all time. In 2015, Mike said that Stankonia helped hip-hop build its foundation in the mainstream. And in addition to irresistibly quotable hit singles, the deep cuts are still some of the most rewarding experimental hip-hop all around. And for all you who don't know, OutKast will be inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame later this year. I wish brothers got together and built a hip-hop Hall of Fame, which is where OutKast and other brothers really belong. But, hey, it is what it is. They are hip-hop legends, and they are musical legends, period. Big Boy 2000. But, where does this rank among your favorite hip-hop albums ever, among your favorite OutKast albums ever? And what's your favorite song from this album? My favorite song, it probably is So Fresh and So Clean. I know that seems like a casual answer, but that probably is my favorite song. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. When you look good, you got a nice fit. That's probably a song that comes to your head. Ain't nobody dope as me. I'm just so fresh and so clean. Okay, tell me your favorite song. Where's this rank among your favorite OutKast albums? Don't forget to click the like button, subscribe, for Young Brother Grow on YouTube.